Well, good morning, everybody. How are you doing? I thought that the unusual events, the unrest, the chaos in the nation's capital that began yesterday called for a specific Devo to address some of this now new source of anxiety that you may be facing. And I wanted to point something out. Have you ever thought of the fact that in the first century, when the New Testament was written, the Christians then were living in a political situation, a social situation that really in many ways resembled ours. And so much of what the Bible writers are saying to these people and what Jesus is saying to these people is said within a context of political upheaval and chaos. I was on the site of the PBS documentary called The Roman Empire. Listen to this. It's talking about the Roman Empire in the first century. 2,000 years ago, the world was ruled by Rome, but Rome could not rule itself. The Roman Empire struggled with problems that are surprisingly familiar: violent coup attempts, assassinations, overarching ambitions, civil wars, clashes between the classes, senators fighting for power. Order often gave way to anarchy. Rome was threatened with chaos in the first century again and again. So what did the Bible writers have to say to Christians who were feeling anxiety about their political situation? Over and over and over again, it says the same thing. Like in Hebrews 12, fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. Or in Colossians, set your mind on things above, not on earthly things. It's kind of like a compass that you might carry when you're hiking. You can turn this way and that, but the needle on the compass is always going to be pointing north. And for the Christian, the true north is Jesus. I have this painting over here on my right shoulder of Jesus that Carrie Clayton, an artist who goes to Twin Lakes Church, did. But I put it here in my home office so that I'm always reminded to look to Jesus, look to Jesus, look to Jesus when things feel like they're in turmoil. Why? Why does that make a difference? When you look to Jesus, what do you think of? Do you think of just a mere human being or somebody who's vaguely inoffensive? I love the way Eugene Peterson describes who Jesus is in his paraphrase of Ephesians chapter 1, starting in verse 20. He says, all this energy issues from Christ. God raised him from the dead and set him on a throne in deep heaven in charge of running the universe. Everything from galaxies to governments, no name, no power exempt from his rule. And not just for the time being, but forever. He is in charge of it all and has the final word on everything. Let these words just kind of soak through your mind for a few minutes. And then afterward, I challenge you, I dare you to feel the same state of anxiety over the state of current affairs. Your true north is Jesus. Eyes on Jesus. And that's going to settle you down no matter how things seem to be in turmoil. God bless you. I need to hear this too. So together, let's keep our eyes on Christ, because you know what? That's where we're going to get the character that the world needs to see from us. Christians are to be characterized by the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, kindness. Where do we find that in a world that does not value those values? We find it when we look to Christ. You do that, you're going to have a better day today, no matter what happens. God bless.